Well, hello everyone. I want to just do a quick live of a simple piano exercise. Great for your technique, great for your skill in transposing, changing keys kind of on the fly, going up a half step every time you do the series. Let me show you the full document and then I'll talk about it. Basically, it's a series of thirds. We have a third, we play a major triad, a parallel minor triad, and then a diminished triad. Woof, and if that's kind of intense theory-wise for you, hang in there. I'll show you how to do it. Let me get my keyboard going here, and I'm just gonna limit it to the first, let me get that fixed. The first, sorry. Hello, say hello in the comments if you're watching live. There we go, now that's fixed. I'll put the link to the whole exercise, by the way, in the description when I'm done. So the exercise is these thirds. That'll do, good. All right, so we're gonna be starting with basically pick any key you want, any major key, and then we'll be going up a half step every time we play this series of 3 chords. What we'll start with is the key of C major, and we'll play the C major triad. We'll do it all in thirds. No, actually not triads. We're going to do exclusively thirds throughout the exercise. So we'll be walking up the scale in the thumb on the bottom. It's 1, 2, 3, on the top 3, 4, 5, and it's all thirds. So we go. And now we go to the parallel minor. That's a term you may not be familiar with. A major triad, for the parallel minor of a major triad, you just change the major triad to a minor triad. So C major and C minor are parallel with each other. The parallel of E major is E minor. Basically lower that third and you'll have the parallel minor. Now, so that's the second measure. Now we go to a C diminished triad, which may be, again, a new term for you. So it's basically, we lower the fifth of the major triad now, or the minor triad. So we've got C major, C minor, and now C diminished. Now I want you to understand that this, in terms of transposing, now we're playing a triad that exists in the key of D flat major. Hang in there. That means that this chord easily takes us to the key of D flat. But it especially works well if you hear the A flat in the bass. So the pattern is major triad, minor, and then diminished. Now, if you look at the exercise to my side, over there, yes, on top, the last measure on top. So here's the C minor. Now here's the C diminished. And if you stop on the last eighth of the measure, that's the new key you'll be in. So now we're a half step higher. Now we're playing D flat major, D flat, actually D flat minor, but that doesn't exist. It exists in theory, but there's no F flat major. That's complicated enough, but we can use the enharmonic equivalent of the D flat minor, which is C sharp minor. Now I'm on a diminished triad, C sharp E, G, and that will take me, if I play the last measure and stop on that last eighth, now I'm on a D and an F sharp. That's the bottom third of my new series. So D major, D minor, and now D diminished. So that's the essence of the exercise. Now, what I want to point out to you is, rather than the sort of the relentless eighth notes, actually both hands is something you should consider as well. And let me point out something else that may have just been evident as I played just now. I'm going to wind this up quickly here, but One of the things that this is a great exercise for is working on flams. Flams are what I call where I'm not playing my thirds solidly together. You want to work on a simultaneous attack of both notes of the third. So you can practice just 2 notes at a time, 2 of the series at a time, whatever you want. Variations are great to include, but think about your accuracy in terms of striking the keys at the same time, okay? Another thing this exercise is valuable for is when you get to a key like E flat major. I have big hands, so I don't know if you can relate to this, but my fingers sometimes sort of gets wedged in between the black keys. So it's really good practice for me to, once I'm back to E flat minor, I don't have to worry about it so much. Now these get really challenging, and it's not coming out so great for me right now. But it's a really good exercise because it gets you in configurations where you might have 2 fingers that are on both black keys. You might have one on a black, one on a white, or one on a white, one on a black. And it gets really challenging. If you've got smaller hands, it won't be as much of a challenge perhaps, but still a great exercise to use in whatever your practice routine is. And I'm making an effort to have a daily practice routine, and I hope you find a way in your schedule as well, because it's really immeasurable the benefit there is to us as keyboard players to practice regularly. So one final tip I'll give you for the exercise, and again, the whole I've got 4 systems of key changes for this exercise I'll put on my in the description. So one other great way to practice this series, again, rather than just steady 8ths, is to do something like this, where you go short, long, short, long, short, long. And you could do groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. C minor, C diminished. Yeah, so it's great exercise, and maybe add that to your arsenal, save the PDF, whatever, and make it part of your routine. So thanks for watching, and let's go practice. God bless.